Hey, fam. This is Shawnti Refuge, your award-winning master certified mental health coach, author of the best-selling book Quiet is Kept, and the voice behind your favorite guided journals. This week, I want to talk about something we don't say out loud enough: grief that doesn't look like death. Honestly, during the holidays, we grieve more than the people we've lost. We grieve the version of family we thought we'd have, the love that never came, the childhood that didn't feel safe, the dreams we quietly buried just to survive. So today, we're going to unpack the grief we don't talk about and how to honor it without shame, without rushing it, and without faking joy for other people's comfort. Grab your journal, light a candle, and let's make some space for healing we've been avoiding. It's time. So let's start with this. Grief is not a season, it is a language. And as the holidays have a way of bringing that language right back up, you might find yourself crying at a commercial or feeling angry for no reason. You might isolate. You might be on social media scrolling mindlessly, eating less, or just feeling off. That's grief talking. You're grieving. And what makes it harder, society tells us to be grateful instead of being honest. But you can be grateful and grieving at the same time. You can be healing and hurting at the same time. You can miss what was and still move forward. Your grief deserves room to breathe, not just when somebody passes, but anytime something meaningful ends. That includes friendships, relationships, old identities, jobs, dreams, even the you who once tolerated things you finally outgrown. You can grieve her too. Grief is just love with nowhere to go. And when you write it out, you give it direction. I remember, one Christmas, my house was quiet, too quiet. It was the first holiday after my daughter estranged from me. And they left me questioning everything. I didn't want to decorate. I didn't want to put no tree up. So I didn't want to hear no Christmas music. It was just me and my journal and a whole lot of emotions I didn't know what to do with. At first I felt guilty for not being festive. And I thought, what is wrong with me? Everybody seems fine. But as I sat there, I realized that I wasn't broken. I was just grieving. Not the person per se, but the peace I thought that I would have with them. And so I ended up writing, I miss what I thought was there and not what it really was. And, that line changed everything for me, because grief wasn't my enemy. It was evidence that I had loved deeply and that I had believed in something and that I was human. That's all it is. So I stopped trying to get over it because people love to say, get over it, get over it. I decided to get honest about it. And that honesty made room for joy again. And as you all know, my baby came back home to me. So yes, reconciliation is possible. So here are your journal prompts. Take a moment to write it, and it'll be in the description. What am I grieving this season, even if it's not a death? What version of myself am I releasing with love? What memory still brings up pain, and what does it teach me about my capacity to love? How can I honor my grief this year? Through rest, ritual, or reflection? And you don't have to rush through this one, but I want you to take your time. And if you feel those tears welling up in your eyes, release them, cry. Tears are just the body's way of telling the truth. And it is a natural release, and it is okay to cry. I don't care how old you are. Cry. It might be the release you've been waiting on because you've been holding back so long. Go ahead and cry. So, sis, if this episode hit home, I want you to know that your grief is valid. Every last part of it. Don't silence your sadness just to make other people comfortable. And if you are craving a deeper space to process, go ahead and join my wait list for my new experience, The Audacity of a Healing Woman. And it is all about grieving, giving yourself permission to be messy, magnificent, and in progress, because we all are. especially during the seasons that test your peace. And don't forget, you always have access to my guided journals that are designed for moments like this: quiet reflection, deep release, and gentle rebuilding. And go ahead and find them at my website, ShawntiRefuge.com. So this week, I want you to remember that grief is not weakness. It's proof that you lived, loved, and grown. So if the holidays feel heavy, let them. You don't have to smile through your pain. You just have to face it, one page, one breath, one day at a time. Until next time, be gentle with your heart, patient with your process, and as always, keep writing your way free.